An elevated risk for fire danger today. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Right now, this morning, a growing trend in schools to combat staffing shortages. We'll have the latest, and 12 dead, others still missing after that plane crashed in Kentucky. The latest on the investigation and search. Thousands of flights will be canceled daily starting tomorrow. The airports affected. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Thursday, November 6th, just about 6 a.m. Hope your morning is off to a good start. We will send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett over in the Weather Center tracking our forecast for us. Looks like the start of a nice sunrise behind you.
Yeah, it looks like that. We'll get into partly cloudy skies for the kids going to school this early morning. In fact, we'll also find ourselves with increasing clouds through the day. Get to cloudier skies to finish your afternoon, holding on to an elevated risk of fire danger with dry conditions that are out there coming up from the south with these breezy and gusty winds. We'll see them get up to 33 miles per hour plus in some cases. Also with the dry brush that's out there. And of course, we'll also get into those lower humidities as well, down to 25 to 30%. We'll be picking up that view. Look at that view. Wow, unbelievable, gorgeous view there right now. Holding on to the possibility of quiet conditions this early morning, giving way to this though. The winds will be stirring up soon though once we get into the late morning hours. 23 degrees in Eau Claire, 24 degrees it feels on your skin with 0 miles of visibility. So there is dense fog out there currently. Holding on to the possibility of increasing clouds as we go through the morning hours and into the afternoon. We will see that coming in from the west with more rainfall and a mix of rain and snow into the forecast as well. So that's going to show us current conditions, holding on to the teens and the 20s and the 30s right now, giving way to how much cooler it is right now, about say 22 degrees cooler than what we had yesterday, giving into the 30s, the 40s and 50s into the afternoon with increasing clouds. You'll see that for Eau Claire as well, up to cloudy conditions going to the afternoon. That will stay with us going to your evening. You see rainfall coming in around the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock hour, going to the 10 o'clock and midnight hour as well. Eventually, Eau Claire could have soup with that coming back again, but it's about a 20% chance of that happening. When I return, I'll have a better overview of how this all shapes up for your day.
Thank you, Art. This morning, the search for answers in the deadly plane crash in Louisville, Kentucky. The National Transportation Safety Board is on the ground there after a UPS plane caught fire just before takeoff, slamming into nearby businesses. The plane was loaded with 38,000 gallons of fuel, leading to a series of massive explosions. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
New clues into what led up to this deadly UPS plane crash in Kentucky Tuesday evening. Around 5 local time, Flight 2976 started down the runway. As it reached 200 miles per hour, the NTSB reports the area near the left wing was on fire.
We have viewed airport CCTV security coverage, which shows the left engine detaching from the wing during the takeoff roll.
Surveillance video then shows the plane tilting on its left side, leaving a trail of flames before it slammed into a group of nearby buildings.
You can feel the heat from far away, and we make a decision, run for our lives.
At least a dozen people were killed.
I could have died yesterday. It was very, very close.
Georgie Dow works at Grade A Auto Parts, one of the businesses in the area.
It was an explosion after explosion after explosion, and so you just didn't know what was going to happen.
The company's CEO says some of their employees are still unaccounted for. Investigators are now trying to figure out why this happened. Amid the charred debris, the NTSB says they found the plane's black box voice and data recorders.
We have investigators now that have located it. It's suffered some heat. These recorders are built for that.
They hope the information will help them better understand what happened in the moments before the fiery crash. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And power is now being restored to more than 100 customers in that area. Schools are turning to emergency teachers to fill staffing gaps. Those numbers are rising. Wisconsin issued more than 3,800 emergency teaching licenses last year. That's up about 20% from 2021. An emergency license lets schools hire people with a bachelor's degree who haven't completed traditional teacher training. Rural schools account for a third of the licenses, where schools are forced to look beyond traditional requirements to try to fill the gaps.
Even though someone might not hold the proper license, if they're the right fit, absolutely child-driven, hardworking, those kind of people, we're going to figure out a way to bring them into the organization.
Officials say special education has the biggest need. Nearly 10% of those teachers have emergency licenses. In La Crosse, emergency licensed teachers nearly doubled from 7 in 2021 to 13 last year. 2 people in the hospital after a 3-vehicle crash on Highway 108. The Melrose fire chief says a car and tractor collided there last night, pushing the tractor into another vehicle. 2 other people were treated and released at the scene. In Eau Claire, a driver's in the hospital after an alleged DUI crash. The sheriff's office says the vehicle left the roadway on Otter Creek Road yesterday, striking several trees. Deputies believe alcohol or controlled substances played a role. Your deer hunt could help feed hungry families this winter. The DNR's venison donation program lets hunters drop off deer at local processors. The meat goes straight to area food pantries, crucial during this government shutdown when millions of Americans are at risk of losing their SNAP benefits.
There's a lot of people out there that really need stuff, food and whatever. They're not well off, so this program is helping them out.
Meat processors across the region are participating. We have a list of those for you on our website. A News 8 follow-up now. 2 La Crosse parks remain shut down after safety concerns in September. City officials say they're working on a plan for Burns and Cameron parks, but there's no timeline yet. News 8's Grace Monk reports.
It's been 2 months since the city closed 2 of their downtown parks.
It can be frustrating for this community. This is a centerpiece for this city.
The reason, an uptick in unsafe behaviors.
As a city, can't keep allowing unsafe behavior on any public space.
Burns Park and Cameron Park were closed on September 9th. Since then, officials have met bi-weekly to figure out how to solve the ongoing issue.
It's been the Marsh Encampment. Before the Marsh Encampment, it was Huska Park. You know, we've had this ongoing trial and error, so to speak.
Odegaard says they won't reopen the parks until they have a solid plan.
We're really making sure that, okay, we're not just going to move the problem, we're going to address how and what practices need to be involved to fix the problem.
For some residents, the closures have been a source of frustration.
It keeps us from enjoying, our lunches and the sun when we can get it.
Don says he's always felt safe in the parks, but has concerns about the sidewalks near La Crosse Polytechnic School being closed.
As a parent, our kids don't have a safe place to walk to our cars, which forces them to jaywalk into the middle of a street, which is extremely busy at the 3 o'clock hour.
The other city parks remain open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. New renderings showing a closer look at La Crosse's soon-to-be new elementary school. The district will review these plans at a meeting tomorrow. The school that has yet to be named will be at the former site of the Hogan Administrative Building. Construction is expected to be completed by the start of the 2027 school year. And the LACF announcing a grant to support the launch of the MOOB Language Table Project. That program focuses on creating intergenerational opportunities for MOOB residents. The grant gives them a chance to share their language and culture, strengthening their cultural identity and connection with the rest of the community. The time now is 6:07. Still ahead, nearly 5 million Americans won't get their food stamps this month. Why some families are left out. And first-time home buyers getting older as the job market heats up. Your morning consumer news is next. And the FAA making some major changes due to the government shutdown. How your Thanksgiving flight could be affected. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Grab the queso and guac. It is National Nachos Day. That dish was created by a restaurant worker who was nicknamed Nacho back in the 1940s. Today, it is, of course, a party staple. Look at that big stack there. Yum. As you start to wake up, we'll leave you with a quick wake-up call of the view of downtown Providence, Rhode Island. The sun is shining there this morning. Stay with us. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
We really care about our employees and their families, and then also the community as a whole.
We have a lot of really good employees. It's like a family around here.
The customer is always number one. That's always our goal, to get them running.
Having Carrier as our main product, with the support that they give us, the commitment to their product, to our people, is outstanding.
From the first call that you make, we'll take care of you every step of the way.
And air conditioning, your comfort is our business.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
What keeps me at Eagle Crest are the people that I work with. I enjoy my team so much. I look forward to seeing them every day. I enjoy our monthly meetings, getting to see the other managers from the other facilities and collaborate. I motivate my team by bringing us back to why we're here, going through our residents, getting to know them. You feel like you're really part of a big mission to help our residents have a full and healthy life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
It's here, the Veterans Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. With store-wide sale prices, special financing, and free gas. Plus, veterans and active military families get an additional gift from Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Sale prices, special financing, and even free gas. The Veterans Day sale, happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much more.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Wisconsin lawmakers are looking to crack down on fake service animals. News 8 Now's Allison Fergus spoke with some disability rights advocates and service animal trainers about the legislation. She's here to tell us more. Good morning, Allison.
Good morning, Alexandra.
So tell us a little bit, why are lawmakers proposing something like this?
For sure. So after really the COVID-19 pandemic, people got really attached to their animals in the home, very understandably so.
Yeah.
But then it started to become an issue where people are bringing them into places that they shouldn't be, or maybe misunderstanding what some of the rules are.
Okay.
And there's also been, unfortunately, an uptick in people misrepresenting those animals and saying that they're service animals. So they're bringing them into restaurants. Maybe they're buying fake service animal vests online.
Okay.
Because, you know, people want to be around their pets.
Right.
Unfortunately, though, that's causing a lot of issues for those who have real trained service animals who really rely on them, because those dog interactions or really any sort of animal interactions create a lot of tension and that sort of thing. And then also restaurants are seeing a lot of issues. They feel like they can't really ask certain questions in fear of getting, you know, canceled online. That sort of thing was something that restaurant owners talked about. And then they've also seen some weird animals come in that have been claimed to be service animals, like peacocks.
Right, you hear about that. And not everyone wants the peacock or even a dog beside them at the restaurant.
No.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And so what would the bill actually do?
Yeah, for sure. So it's pretty wide ranging. So some of the big things that it would do was it would match state law with federal law, which right now federal law says that only dogs and mini horses can be service animals. In Wisconsin law, it can be anything. So it can be those peacocks, even though that might not make total sense to us.
The emotional support peacock.
Yes, exactly. So this would really crack down. It's just those animals. It's just those horses and dogs. The other thing that it would do is create penalties for those who misrepresent that their animal is a service animal. So that would be a $200 penalty the first time around and a $500 for any subsequent offenses.
Violation?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And that's just to really kind of discourage people from trying to bring their dogs in and misrepresenting them.
Okay, makes sense. So they're trying to find some middle ground here.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
and that
for
story is airing tonight, right?
Yes, yes, it
okay,
is.
we'll be looking for that. Thanks for
Perfect.
being here,
Yeah,
Allison.
thank you.
No problem. In our morning consumer news, starting tomorrow, thousands of flights could be canceled daily. The Transportation Department calling it a proactive safety measure as air traffic control faces staffing shortages during the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. Amy Kiley reports.
The impact here will be huge for the American traveler.
The FAA says it will cut about 10% of flights at 40 major airports starting tomorrow. That's unless the government reopens. The reason? Air traffic controller shortages. FAA facilities report more than 400 of them since the shutdown began.
They're not calling in sick, they're calling in saying, I don't have childcare today. What do you want me to do?
A controller union leader says the need to address the strain on the system is urgent. The FAA agrees.
And we're not going to wait for a safety problem to truly manifest itself when the early indicators are telling us we can take action today to prevent, things from deteriorating.
An airline source says companies got about an hour's notice about the plan. Now they're scrambling to adjust their flights. United says it aims to keep hub-to-hub schedules normal, but the CEO of Frontier Airlines warns some passengers could get stranded. He suggests people flying Frontier within 10 days book backup tickets. Across airlines, passengers leaving tomorrow might not get much warning if they're affected. That's because the FAA initially declined to name the impacted airports.
What the FAA is talking about here is equivalent to canceling about 4,500 flights a day. By my math, that's about 30% worse than the worst day for flight cancellations in the last year.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Those flight reductions would begin at 4% tomorrow, then 10% next week. Nearly 5 million food stamp recipients won't get benefits this month as the historic government shutdown drags on. The Agricultural Department will issue partial benefits by tapping into a contingency fund after federal judges said it had to. But a new analysis shows some families make too much to qualify for those partial benefits. First-time home buyers now 40 years old on average. That's the oldest ever. The National Association of Realtors says first-time buyers now make up just 21% of the market. That is a record low, down 50% since 2007, just before the Great Recession. High mortgage rates and home prices are keeping people locked out. The U.S. economy adding 42,000 private sector jobs last month. That's more than expected, according to payroll company ADP, which typically reviews the government's official jobs report. But the ongoing shutdown prevented the release of October's report. November is not expected either. Let's look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
All right, mix of rain and snow trying to get into the forecast right now, coming up from the north, working in for you see coming out of Canada. There's a little bit of rainfall associated with that, with snow mixed in that as well. Trying to cross the river by Minneapolis, and eventually we'll see as we get a bigger view with more rainfall coming from the west coast, mixing into snow as you get into areas right into the Four Corners region and the northward to the northern plains there. Back up to Canada, you're picking up some snow coming in the forecast area as well. That's all pointed toward us. We'll get into this afternoon, though, with an elevated risk for fire danger in the forecast due to low humidity values, 25 to 30%. You'll also see south winds coming up as well, gusts up to about 33 miles per hour. We'll find ourselves getting into a little bit of dry vegetation as well. You can see areas just like things like dry grass, old crops, and of course dry brush that's in the forecast. That could also come into a combination of drier conditions and fire sparks that could come up, and it could really ignite fires quite rapidly. We'll get into it here as we hold on to the upper water vapor energy in the upper atmosphere. You're going to be seeing that moisture result. It seems to be abundant, but we're not looking at a lot of rainfall getting down to the ground, especially for today and tonight. We'll hold on to Thursday's highs, widespread in the 50s today, giving into the forecast, holding on to some breezy and gusty winds coming in from the south. You see it around 5 o'clock going to the 6 o'clock hours of your evening commute. Wind gusts up to 33 miles per hour in some cases, and eventually kind of moving a little bit more to the southeast, and then eventually coming back again as we go into the overnight hours, back again into the afternoon, into the evening hours as well, possibly. All right, so we get into how this all shapes up for the day. We'll get into the winds, temperatures in the 20s and the 30s right now with increasing clouds going into the overnight, all the way through the morning hours into the late morning hours, holding on to at least 20s and 40s in the forecast with 50s coming in by the time we get in the 1 o'clock hour. Rainfall tries to be a part of the forecast, as I showed you before, from Minneapolis getting all the way towards Ladysmith and La Crosse. You see that with the light stuff. Maybe a sprinkle or two, maybe a little bit of light sprinkles coming in the forecast, turning into some light rainfall getting back to the 7 o'clock hour for Eau Claire. That carries over from Winona as well as areas along the river, getting into Black River Falls, Sparta, Holman. You also get into areas by West Salem, getting down to areas by Sparta, then towards Viroqua. We'll get in the 9 o'clock hour this evening. Winona's still done that. La Crosse is still done that. Ladysmith has a little taste of that too, with more rainfall going towards down from Viroqua to Richland Center, and then getting into Boswell and eventually Prairie du Chien before this drier air sneaks in. Temperatures drop back into the 30s as we go into the morning hours for sunrise tomorrow. Then, of course, more moisture comes back again from the north, coming back into areas by Ladysmith with a mix of rain and snow there. That continues on as we go right in the forecast, holding on to areas right from Ladysmith to Wausau, back to areas by Marshfield and Eau Claire, getting back down to Black River Falls as well. Then eventually, Sparta may get a taste of that too, and then eventually we'll see that kind of dry out. And of course, when we go to the 5 o'clock hour, we should be done, but you're holding on to some areas of snow, still trying to move into the area by Ladysmith. Highs for Friday, widespread 40s up to the north, 50s as you get down to the south, though. Still saw seasonal average temperatures and above as we go down from the central portion down to the southern portion, holding on to rainfall coming again for possibly Saturday, turning into a mix of rain and snow. And eventually, as you can see, that rainfall continuing to move in. We'll see that come back in for Saturday and drop back all the way into your nighttime. We'll see more rainfall trying to come back in the form of snow. You'll see that come back again for Sunday night as well at midnight. 1/10 of an inch or less in the rainfall forecast for Saturday's highs, 30s and the 40s once again, giving way to conditions that play out like this. With a mix of rain and snow coming in for Saturday, we'll keep an eye on that with temperatures in the 40s and, of course, the 30s, giving way to Sunday with 30s for our highs. And, of course, Thursday, well, I should say Monday, holding on to chillier conditions as well. 30s still in the forecast of some 40s, holding on to the possibility of Tuesday for Veterans Day under mostly cloudy skies. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. If you're feeling down after the time change, you're not alone. We'll tell you how to fight seasonal depression coming up, and the government shutdown making it harder for doctors to track the flu. We'll tell you how it's affecting your care.
Coming up in the Blitz, promises made and promises delivered. A touching story in the soccer field from this past weekend, plus highlights from WIAC volleyball action last night. Don't go anywhere.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local. Shop Jackson Plaza.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Libman cleaning products make easy work of even the toughest messes. Right now, get $10 instant savings on a single qualifying purchase of $30 or more on Libman products. Need more cleaning supplies? Stock up and save big on top brands like Dawn, Tide, and Bounty. Right now, get a 42-pack of Tide laundry detergent pods for $10.67 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Black River Furniture and Cabin Outlet. Shop our huge selection of upholstery by Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Sleep better with our selection of double-sided, hybrid, or all-foam mattresses. Adjustable bases and bedroom sets available. Set your dining room up with a new table, chairs, bar stools, or counter height available. Throw down a rug to complete any room. Scatters, 5x8s, 8x10s, and more. No gimmicks, no corporate hassles. Open 7 days a week. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
You have Aunt Pam's dried turkey every Thanksgiving. But don't forget, Arby's juicy deep-fried turkey gobbler stuffed with Thanksgiving sides is here all November. Your move, Aunt Pam.
Arby's, we have the meats.
It's Hy-Vee's big baking sale, Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee butter, just $2.49. Hy-Vee sugar, just $1.99. powdered or brown sugar, $1.48. Canned pumpkin, 88 cents. Hy-Vee cream cheese, just $1.28. Pillsbury pie crust, $1.99. Plus, get great deals on Chex cereal, Nestle Toll House morsels, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, during the big baking sale at Hy-Vee.
Support local businesses by shopping at A1 Vacuum Sales and Service in Jackson Plaza. Make cleaning a breeze with great service and high-quality vacuums. Discover the perfect vacuum for your unique lifestyle. Shop local. Shop Jackson Plaza.
Emotional support and service animals are important and accepted forms of care, but abuses exist. Tonight at 6, a look at the legal effort designed to crack down on fake service animals and those taking advantage of the system. Tonight at 6. News 8 Now, Sports.
Welcome to Blitz. Well, every once in a while, sports remind us that they're about more than just winning or losing. They hold the power to inspire and unite and to fulfill promises much bigger than the game itself. And for one local soccer team, this truth became real in a way that touched everyone who witnessed it last Saturday in the sectional final in Arcadia. The Raiders defeated Three Lakes Phelps 5-0 to punch their ticket to state for the third time in program history. And after the match, head coach Luis Cruz walked across the pitch on his knees because of a promise he made years ago, one that carried the memory of his father, faith, and a hope that stretched far beyond the field.
I make a promise. I lost my father 3 years ago, and I make a promise to Jesus, you know, if they help me to my team go stay. So I got a cross by Neil from one side to the side. So it's a promise to God, promise to my father. That's what it is, yes.
Definitely a touching tribute right there. Arcadia will look to pick up a win at the state tournament for the first time ever, but they'll have to get through second-seeded Sturgeon Bay. That match beginning tonight at 7 from Milwaukee. UWL looking for a W in their final regular season of the year last night. That'll help right there. Grace Turlace with authority in set 1. Then later in the opening game, what's better than one powerful put down by a Grace? How about 2? That is Grace Nominson dropping the hammer. Eagles take set 1. Stout snags frame 2, but in the set 3, it was all across. Bella Kotke gets set up by the Blue Devils and calmly drops it down. UWL going up 2-1. And in set 4 on match point, former Onalaska Hilltopper Maddie Wilson gets the call in the middle, and she delivers. Eagles get the win in 4. All right, that'll do it for this edition of your Morning Blitz. We'll see you back here later tonight.
Furniture, decor, and more invites you to their Christmas open house November 7th through 9th. All seasonal and home decor. Buy 2, get 1 free. Furniture, decor, and more in Westby and Boscobel. Making homes beautiful at affordable prices. Stop in today.
Here at Schneider Heating, we have a huge emphasis on culture, getting along, working together. We follow through on our promises, and we get the job done.
We will do what we need to do to ensure that you are safe, comfortable, and happy.
We have a lot of veteran installers who really care and even more put their mind at ease by installing Carrier equipment.
We're not just putting in a furnace. You know, you're hiring the whole company. You're hiring our service department, our install department, just a ton of experience. We're very helpful.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it is showing some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
At Taco John's, we don't put boundaries on flavor. But perfectly seasoned meats and irresistible potato olays will always be our meat and potatoes. And now, try 2 new meat and potato burritos for a limited time, only at Taco John's.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage?
Yes, sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Furniture, decor, and more invites you to their Christmas open house November 7th through 9th. All seasonal and home decor. Buy 2, get 1 free. Furniture, decor, and more in Westby and Boscobel. Making homes beautiful at affordable prices. Stop in today.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
An elevated fire risk happening for this afternoon. More about that coming up for you in just a moment.
Now, this morning, a growing trend in schools to combat staffing shortages. More information up next. And 12 are dead, others still missing after that plane crash in Kentucky. We'll have the latest on the investigation. The time change can mess with your mood. Some simple ways to feel better during these dark days ahead. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Thursday, November 6th, just about 6:30 a.m. Hope your morning's off to a good start. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's tracking the weather for us today. Might be a little cloudy out there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're going to see some clouds increasing as we go through the morning hours into your afternoons. That's what's going to happen. We'll also get into this fire risk as we can hold on to that too. I'll show you that in a bit. But right now you can see a beautiful view. Just want to give you a little bit of extra happiness here. 33 degrees for Dubuque, Iowa right now. Absolutely gorgeous out there to visit. In fact, you're going to be seeing right now Eau Claire holding on to some beautiful fall colors still with 24 degrees out there right now, 7 miles of visibility. So visibility has gotten much better from 0. Holding on to Eau Claire as well. Quiet morning out there, continuing with the overcast conditions right now. We'll eventually see those clouds continue to get to mostly cloudy skies to cloudier conditions to finish out the morning and into your afternoon. Increasing clouds on the way with a little light moisture in the form of snow, maybe a little bit of rainfall also coming in right next to it as well, getting into portions of Minnesota and Iowa. We'll keep an eye on that. Holding on to more of that moisture coming in for later on as we get into tonight's rainfall on the way coming along the northern plains. We'll also look at current temperatures right now in the 20s and the 30s. And of course, we're seeing it's a little bit on the cooler side. So we're about 4 to about, say, 24 degrees cooler than what we were yesterday. Increasing clouds as we go through the morning from partly cloudy to cloudier skies going to your afternoon at 1 o'clock. And then eventually we'll see those clouds linger. Similar conditions for Eau Claire as well from the 20s and the 50s in your forecast. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. This morning, the search for answers in the deadly plane crash in Louisville, Kentucky. The National Transportation Safety Board is on the ground there after that UPS plane caught fire just before takeoff, slamming into nearby businesses. The plane was loaded with 38,000 gallons of fuel, leading to a series of explosions. CBS's Jared Hill reports.
New clues into what led up to this deadly UPS plane crash in Kentucky Tuesday evening. Around 5 local time, Flight 2976 started down the runway. As it reached 200 miles per hour, the NTSB reports the area near the left wing was on fire.
We have viewed airport CCTV security coverage, which shows the left engine detaching from the wing during the takeoff roll.
Surveillance video then shows the plane tilting on its left side, leaving a trail of flames before it slammed into a group of nearby buildings.
You can feel the heat from far away, and we make a decision, run for our lives.
At least a dozen people were killed.
I could have died yesterday. It was very, very close.
Georgie Dow works at Grade A Auto Parts, one of the businesses in the area.
It was an explosion after explosion after explosion, and so you just didn't know what was going to happen.
The company's CEO says some of their employees are still unaccounted for. Investigators are now trying to figure out why this happened. Amid the charred debris, the NTSB says they found the plane's black box voice and data recorders.
We have investigators now that have located it. It's suffered some heat. These recorders are built for that.
They hope the information will help them better understand what happened in the moments before the fiery crash. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Power is being restored to more than 100 customers in the area. And schools are turning to emergency teachers to fill staffing gaps. Those numbers are rising. Wisconsin issued more than 3,800 emergency teaching licenses last year, up nearly 20% from 2021. An emergency license lets schools hire people with a bachelor's degree who haven't completed traditional teacher training. Rural schools account for a third of those licenses, where schools are forced to look beyond traditional requirements.
Even though someone might not hold the proper license, if they're the right fit, absolutely child-driven, hardworking, those kind of people, we're going to figure out a way to bring them into the organization.
Officials say special education has the biggest need. Nearly 10% of those teachers have emergency licenses. In La Crosse, emergency licensed teachers nearly doubled from 7 in 2021 to 13 last year. 2 people are in the hospital this morning after a 3-vehicle crash on Highway 108. The Melrose fire chief says a car and tractor collided last night, pushing the tractor into another vehicle. 2 other people were treated and released at the scene. In Eau Claire, a driver's in the hospital after an alleged DUI crash. The sheriff's office says that vehicle left the roadway on Otter Creek Road yesterday. You see it here, striking several trees. Deputies believe alcohol or controlled substances played a role. Your deer hunt could help feed hungry families this winter. The DNR's venison donation program letting hunters drop off their deer at local processors. The meat goes straight to area food pantries, crucial during the government shutdown when millions of Americans are at risk of losing their SNAP benefits.
There's a lot of people out there that really need stuff, food and whatever. They're not well off, so this program is helping them out.
Meat processors across the Coulee region are participating. We have a link of them for you, a list of those on our website. A News 8 follow-up, 2 La Crosse parks remaining closed after safety concerns. City officials say they're working on a plan for Burns and Cameron parks, but no timeline for reopening. News 8's Grace Monk reports.
It's been 2 months since the city closed 2 of their downtown parks.
It can be frustrating for this community. This is a centerpiece for this city.
The reason, an uptick in unsafe behaviors.
As a city, can't keep allowing unsafe behavior on any public space.
Burns Park and Cameron Park were closed on September 9th. Since then, officials have met bi-weekly to figure out how to solve the ongoing issue.
It's been the Marsh Encampment. Before the Marsh Encampment, it was Huska Park. You know, we've had this ongoing trial and error, so to speak.
Odegaard says they won't reopen the parks until they have a solid plan.
We're really making sure that, okay, we're not just going to move the problem, we're going to address how and what practices need to be involved to fix the problem.
For some residents, the closures have been a source of frustration.
It keeps us from enjoying, our lunches and the sun when we can get it.
Don says he's always felt safe in the parks, but has concerns about the sidewalks near La Crosse Polytechnic School being closed.
As a parent, our kids don't have a safe place to walk to our cars, which forces them to jaywalk into the middle of a street, which is extremely busy at the 3 o'clock hour.
The other city parks remain open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. The government shutdown is causing ripple effects across the country, including how the CDC tracks the spread of illness. News 8 Now's Jadius McGee reports.
CDC dashboards normally help healthcare providers prepare for illness spikes, but because of the record-breaking government shutdown, many of these tools haven't been updated for weeks.
Some of the ways we might use the CDC data is just to try to anticipate when influenza is going to reach our area, and so we can kind of gear up to do that in terms of staffing and having testing available.
Without that warning system, doctors say it's harder to pinpoint what's spreading and how to treat it quickly.
When people come in with a specific illness, we might be able to identify it as that likely being the cause, whereas without that data, it'll be more challenging.
While the shutdown continues, doctors say they're watching symptoms closely, adjusting care day by day as patients walk through the door.
For us, sort of being frontline, boots on the ground, it's we're going to see the patients and try to treat them as best we can with whatever data we have.
Doctors say the best protection right now is prevention. They're encouraging everyone to get vaccinated ASAP. And you could soon pay a lot less for weight loss drugs. The Trump administration says it's close to deals with Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk that would drop the prices to as low as $149 a month. Right now, these drugs cost at least $1,000 a month. Through insurance and discounts that can lower that. The deals would also let Medicare cover the drugs. An official announcement could come as soon as today. If you're feeling sluggish after the time change, it could be seasonal affective disorder. Less sunlight can trigger fatigue, lack of motivation, and depression. Doctors say rest, exercise, and healthy eating help. So does light therapy. And if you woke up wanting to stay in bed this morning, that could be more than the recent time change. Mandy Gaither explains why and has more on the subtle signs of sleep apnea.
Whenever the time shifts, so does your sleep routine, and it may mean you wake up sleepier than usual, but if it's a consistent problem, the fatigue and lack of energy may not be due to daylight saving time.
You're giving yourself 7 to 8 hours of sleep and you're still waking up tired, you're tired during the day, then definitely looking for a sleep disorder like obstructive sleep apnea is reasonable.
Dr. Mina Khan with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says obstructive sleep apnea is a medical condition where a person's airway closes off and on during sleep. Some subtle signs of this sleeping disorder include waking up feeling tired like you haven't slept at all, having low energy, or difficulties with concentration and focus. She says more obvious symptoms are snoring, gasping during sleep, and dozing off during the day.
There's severe obstructive sleep apnea has been associated with development of high blood pressure, heart issues, strokes, and memory problems.
Khan says there are several ways to treat obstructive sleep apnea, the most common being the use of a CPAP device, which works by delivering pressurized air into the sleeping person to keep the airway open. If you suspect this sleep disorder, a doctor can have you tested.
It is done with a sleep study. There is a home sleep study that is used mainly to diagnose obstructive sleep apnea. So not everybody has to come into the sleep lab and sleep overnight.
Before we head to break, he's here.
Sorry, took
It's
me a
time
while.
to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Avery is 8. She loves reading, singing, and spending time with her family.
Judith is 8. She loves family, animals, and dancing.
Diane is 80. She loves the Milwaukee Brewers and country music.
She's got a good-looking cake. Happy birthday, Diana. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload the photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button at the Home tab on our website.
Coming up, the Nature Place hosting its biggest fundraiser of the year with Grammy winner Don Flemons. We'll tell you how you can see him just ahead.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Hold on to your shopping carts. Fleet Farm's dropping even more deals to help you prep for Black Friday shopping. Save 30% on all NFL team apparel and accessories for the sports fans on your list. Get 15% off all Pit Boss pellet grills and accessories for your favorite outdoor chef. And buy one, get one 50% off on all games this week. Save yourself some cash and some chaos before Black Friday with great weekly deals from Fleet Farm. And check out all the sales in our weekly ad at fleetfarm.com.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More sofas, more recliners, more mattresses, more of everything. You're gonna find whatever you want, and you're gonna find plenty of it. And it's all priced to go with 0% easy payment plans. And as always, trade in your old furniture for a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. Just try that anywhere else. Come visit King Furniture today.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
I lost my son to an accidental drug overdose. This is why we created the George Ford Recovery Foundation, to champion drug use awareness, funding, and solutions so we don't lose any more kids. You know, there's an effective, simple solution. Narcan kits help save lives in seconds. They're required in schools in many states, but sadly, not in Wisconsin. To save a child's life, please sign a petition at NarcanForSchools.com.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
All right, well, good morning to you. As we get into your daytime, we have clouds increasing on us gradually here. Slowly but surely, by the time we get in the late morning hours, we're looking at some mostly cloudy skies in the forecast. Giving way to maybe some rainfall, trying to mix in with a little snow mix as well into your area by Ladysmith, and then possibly getting towards Eau Claire with some showers. We'll keep an eye on that with more to come. You can see that coming out of the west. We'll keep an eye on that, but once again, we have the possibility of an elevated risk for severe weather in the form, I should say, fire risk. I don't want to frighten you here. We have a low risk of fire weather possibly moving in the forecast area here today. Why? Because of dry fuels, breezing gusty winds, and of course dry conditions in the forecast. We've seen this earlier last week as well, holding on to the possibility of, again, these showers possibly coming in maybe around the 3 o'clock hour, and of course we'll see that come back again later on tonight. Holding on to highs for Thursday, you're looking at widespread 50s in the forecast. You'll see temperatures to be seasonably comfortable and mild. In fact, even milder down to the south. We'll hold on to these wind gusts kicking in as well. Holding on to wind gusts up to 33 miles per hour plus in some cases today. That'll carry over all the way into tonight and into tomorrow night as well. Holding on to Thursday, this is what's going on. We've got temperatures in the 30s. We'll hold on to cloudier skies. Light rainfall chances moving in the forecast. Only about a 20% chance of that happening. You'll see that across the river getting towards the La Crosse as well. Once we get in the 4 o'clock hour, then eventually once we get in the evening, more rainfall starts to pop in. We're looking at the 8 o'clock hour. This will get to the ground possibly by Eau Claire. You see it by Ladysmith, Black River Falls, Holman, as well as Winona, all the way into La Crosse, and then back down to Viroqua, getting into Sparta as well, and that continues on and tracks up to the northeast, and up and out it goes. Drier conditions coming in for the morning for your tomorrow, for your Friday, holding on to more rainfall and a mix of rain and snow getting up to Ladysmith, as you can see that happening. Then we see that get towards Eau Claire. Eventually that continues to linger. That gets down to the ground as well again. We're at the 2 o'clock hour, and possibly towards Black River Falls, where it lightens up a tad bit, going towards Sparta as well. And eventually we'll see that tick down to the south, get out of the way. And not so much rainfall for La Crosse, though, kind of dry. You can see that continue on all the way to the midnight hour, and we should be done. Highs for Friday will pick up again, temperatures in the 40s and the 50s, with the possibility of a low chance of shower activity. But once we get into Saturday, we have some showers turning into a rain-snow mix going into your Saturday, and eventually that ticks out, coming back again with more snow in the forecast to finish out for the nighttime. Saturday's highs will be in the 30s and, of course, the 40s for your forecast. As we take a look here, giving way to more 50s in your forecast, 40s and the 30s going into your weekend, holding on to chillier conditions going into your Monday. And Veterans Day, we'll be looking at the possibility of temperatures in the 40s and more 50s for your Wednesday and your Thursday.
Thank you, Art. New this morning, the Nature Place is gearing up for Music on the Marsh, their big annual fundraiser. This year it's featuring Grammy winner Don Flemons. We're joined this morning by Nature Place Director Rebecca Schwartz. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about this event. What can we expect this year?
So this is our 4th annual Music on the Marsh concert. It benefits the Nature Place. So next Thursday, doors open at 6.
Okay.
Concert starts at 7 at the Nature Place. Tickets are $30 in advance, $40 if you get them at the door, but I would not wait. We have sold out every year, so get them now.
Okay, get them now.
Right
Don't
on.
wait.
Don Flemons, what can people expect with that?
Well, so Dom is, I'm so excited. He's a Grammy Award-winning folk artist. His repertoire covers 100 years of American folk music. So you can expect everything from that banjo picking, you know, hand slapping, good old music, to slow country ballads. My favorite is Slow Dance with You, which I'm hoping he plays. I might have to make a request.
Maybe you just did. Maybe.
I hope so. Maybe he's listening.
He watches this, taking notes. Okay. And so we know that you guys are facing some federal funding cuts. We've seen that this year. How crucial are fundraisers like this right now?
Well, yeah, this has been a really challenging year at the Nature Place. Nonprofits everywhere are facing really uncertain fundraising landscape. So when the community comes out to support fundraisers like this, it's critical. It helps us weather this current storm of uncertainty.
Okay.
So beyond attending the event, how else can folks help the Nature Place?
Well, we have a wonderful circle of philanthropy that surrounds us. We love donations, big and small. But really what I tell people most is use us. Come on out to paid programming that we offer. We offer paid programming for all ages, little ones with their grown-ups to adults all year long. In fact, one of our favorite programs that you can have come and visit your group, school group, assisted living, other groups in the area, is our Critter Mobile.
Okay.
Traveling live animals that we use for nature education, and we will come to you.
Okay, I did not know that. I've been to the event. To know they can come to us as well. Any other events that you guys have coming up that you want to promote?
Well, you know, winter tends to be a time where we slow down. We kind of reflect on the last year, make plans for the next year. But to be honest, the next year comes fast. Our summer day camp registrations open as early as January.
Okay.
But a fundraiser that's right around the corner is a new one for us. We have a Winter Makers Market coming up on December 7th after Music on the Marsh, where if you're looking for a special gift, handmade, homemade, made with love for a loved one or yourself, come check that out on December 7th.
Okay, great to know there ahead of the busy holiday shopping season.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anything else you want our viewers to know? Maybe encourage them to attend this event that you guys have coming up?
You know, we're just looking forward to a really great night, wonderful music, great people for a wonderful cause.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thanks.
Stay with us. We're back right after this.
During the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, get up to an extra 15% off sale prices. Right now, this sectional is just $29.49. Plus, get 3 years special financing. And Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
It's Hy-Vee's Big Baking Sale, Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee butter, just $2.49. Hy-Vee sugar, just $1.99. Powdered or brown sugar, $1.48. Canned pumpkin, 88 cents. Hy-Vee cream cheese, just $1.28. Pillsbury pie crust, $1.99. Plus, get great deals on Chex cereal, Nestle Toll House morsels, and more. Save in-store and online, Friday through Sunday, during the Big Baking Sale at Hy-Vee.
We see you out there making your own kind of magic. From the unique gifts you give to the one-of-a-kind ways you celebrate. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we help make it happen.
It's Mom!
With great prices on what you need for the season. These Best Air Furnace filters, $10.99. 10% off extension cords and building wire. Rewards members save 15%. Blaine's Platinum Automotive Batteries, $5 off for rewards members. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, all veterans and active military members get an extra 10% off their entire purchase. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers is $21 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
During Veterans Day at Home Sleep Express, get up to $900 savings on select Beautyrest Black mattress sets and pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Sleep first class on a Beautyrest Black mattress from Home Sleep Express.
Emotional support and service animals are important and accepted forms of care, but abuses exist. Tonight at 6, a look at the legal effort designed to crack down on fake service animals and those taking advantage of the system. Tonight at 6.
call Hupy and Abraham. They really do mean business.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
All right, well, Baby Center is out with its ranking of the most popular names for newborns in 2025. The top girl's name is Olivia. Noah is most popular for boys. That's the same as last year, as are the number 2 names, Amelia and Liam. There are 2 new entries on the girls' top 10, Eliana and Aurora. For the boys, Luca rejoined the top 10 after falling off the list last year, pushing out Leo. It is 6:54, time for your morning news now. 2 people in the hospital after a 3-vehicle crash on Highway 108. The Melrose Fire Chief says a car and tractor collided last night, pushing the tractor into another vehicle. 2 other people were treated and released. And in Eau Claire, a driver's in the hospital after an alleged DUI crash. The sheriff's office says the vehicle left the roadway on Otter Creek Road yesterday, striking several trees. Deputies say they believe alcohol or controlled substances played a role. 2 lacrosse parks that closed in September are still closed, allegedly due to an uptick in unsafe behavior. Some residents say they do feel safe there. Other parks have been closed in the past, leading officials to try to find the cause.
We're really making sure that, okay, we're not just going to move the problem, we're going to address how and what practices need to be involved to fix the problem.
Odegaard says they won't reopen the parks until they have a solid plan. Your deer hunt could help feed hungry families this winter. The DNR's venison donation program lets hunters drop off their deer at local processors. The meat goes straight to area food pantries, crucial during the government shutdown when millions of Americans are at risk of losing their SNAP benefit.
There's a lot of people out there that really need stuff, food, whatever. They're not well off, so this program is helping them out.
Meat processors across the region are participating. We'll have a link on our website.
Clouds will be on the crease today as we finish out the morning hours going into your afternoon. So go from partly cloudy to at least cloudier skies. There is an elevated risk for fire danger in the forecast due to low humidities as well as breezy and gusty winds coming up from the south. And of course, those dry fuels like grass, crops, and old crops and brush that still linger out there. We're also getting the kids to school today. 35 degrees today this morning for a chilly start, holding on to 55 degrees for the afternoon and breezy and gusty winds. Eau Claire will have 31 for this early morning, so a cold start for you there, giving way for a little fog as well. And then 52 degrees for the afternoon with most of the sunny actions and cloudier skies in the forecast with rain chances in the forecast as well. Going into a rain and snow mix coming in for your Saturday, so prepare yourself for that.
All right, well, thank you for waking up with us this morning. We will see you back here at noon.